Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you're doing absolutely fine. The day of a business analyst starts with requirement and ends with requirement. So we thought, why not make a specific video on what type of questions does a BA face when it comes to requirements. Now, this video is not just about questions, but it is also about some key pointers which a business analyst has to ensure as part of this role. But before starting, please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon to stay updated. Let us know in the comment section below which domain are you working in and do you aspire to become a business analyst. As I always say, let's get started. Welcome back, guys. So as I said, that the day of a business analyst starts with the requirement and ends with the requirement. Hence, the first question that is very important in any business analyst interview is a requirement gathering. So the first and the very basic thing which recruiter wants to understand is what are the different requirement gathering techniques that the individual has used to do requirement gathering. Now, there are people who conduct workshops, there are one-on-one interviews that people do, and there are so many different kinds of requirement gathering techniques. If you want to understand it better, you can avail our career consultancy services and we will guide you through it. The next question, which people are very much concerned about, is how do you identify who are going to be your participants in the requirement gathering session? Now, this is a very tricky question, which is case based. Now, this is where they want to understand how far have you, done these things at a very ground level. And this is where you need to relate or you need to explain the recruiter in the form of an example where you need to share with him an experience of yours where you might explain them what was the nature of the project that you were about to pick up and how did you identify who were your relevant stakeholders. It might be your legal team, it might be your technical team, it might be some team from the business end, right? It can be any team, but you need to substantiate that. The third question which people, especially senior business architects or senior business analysts are very much interested into is what are the questions that you ask as part of your requirement gathering. Now this is very critical because when it comes to doing a requirement gathering or conducting a requirement gathering, the quality of questions really matter the most, because you would not want the session to be prolonged one and at the end everybody is confused about what exactly is that the business wants. But it should be short, crisp and to the point, where you should be able to ask relevant questions and get relevant answers for that. And that is how you can finalize or you can freeze the requirements. The fourth question and very important question is, when you conduct these sessions, how do you document them? Now, as part of this, there is a follow-up question which goes into how do you prepare a business requirement document, that is a BRD, or in some projects they call it as DBR. Okay, and how do you do that? That is one. Secondly, when it comes to agile, people usually have this question that if you are using Jira, how do you actually document those requirements on the Jira tool? So that is another question which you must be prepared to answer. So this is something, these both these things are falling under the documentation category. Okay. Now, coming to the last question, which is a very important question, I would say, but it's something which comes at a very later stage. That is, how do you handle a change in requirement? Now, for people who are working on Agile, there is something called product backlog refinement. So if you don't know what exactly it is, please go and check it out. And if you want to understand how exactly these questions are to be answered, both theoretically and practically, then do let us know in our career consultancy services. The link is in the description box below. Let us know in comment section below if you really are aspiring to become a business analyst, and my team will contact you and help you in clearing your next interview. Now, it doesn't mean that we will, some people feel that preparation means just helping you in mugging up answers. We don't do that. What we try to do is we try to help you analyze your own experience and project it in the right way in front of the recruiter, and that's how you can crack your next job. So stay tuned till the end, and we will be coming up much more videos with much more detailed content. This wasn't requirements. The next video is definitely on something different, so I'll be coming up with it next week. Thank you for joining. Bye bye.